welcome aboard here to the North Florida Prep Report. I'm Andrew Jupe, giving you the weekly or whatever day of the week you are on. Maybe you're tuning in weekly, maybe you're tuning in almost daily, maybe you're just binging right here as we get ready to rock and roll. But whatever you're doing, thanks for coming into the North Florida Prep Report here on the I-10 Sports Media Network. I'm Andrew Jupe here. Today, we have some fun going on here because we had our Overreaction Monday and we had some big things going on over the weekend, and we want to acknowledge those. So, a little segment here we have going Trophy Tuesday. Basically, shout outs coming for you either to players, to teams, to units, to anything that kind of comes to the table that we feel needs acknowledgement. So, let's open up the trophy case, unlock it, and get into it. But our first trophy goes to Amari Clemens. Of course, from Marianna High School, had an absolute field day running around there for Marianna. 383 yards and 6 touchdowns in the big win against Walton this past Friday. Of course, an upset to some, but part of a very talented Marianna squad that's going to do some serious damage. He had a 60-plus yard touchdown and 2 80-yard-plus touchdowns en route to the 383 yards and 6 tutties. But special shout-out and auxiliary trophy here to his linemen. So let's break out another one. Trophy going to Maxwell Roberts here, number 71 here of Marianna. Did a fantastic job of sealing the outside. It was absolutely beautiful to see him carve the way for his teammate. And a lot of time the offensive linemen are flying under the radar, but you look at the film. Every single one of those big runs is to the right, and you see Roberts sealing the edge on that right-hand side, boom, to allow him to run out and Clemens to have an absolute field day. So Clemens is a really high-profile running back. He's getting a lot of attention, by the way, so shout out to him. And, of course, I've been told Auburn wants him bad. I say nobody in the North Florida area wants Marianna on their schedule the way Clemens, this offensive line, and this senior-laden team for Marianna. Don't be surprised if they continue to get after people and have some big-time results, especially on the ground. Let's keep it rolling. Another trophy. This one goes to a special unit here, the Rickards Raiders Special Team Unit. Big victory in their 22-21 victory over rival Godby here this past weekend. Of course, 3 blocked extra points, which you look at the score tally, 22-21. Right there, you have 3-point difference, and that was the difference in the game. Talking to Coach Lewis, he said they were working on special teams a lot. Coach Lewis and the Rickards Raiders playing some Beamer ball, shades of old school Virginia Tech in their heyday. So shout out to the Rickards Special Teams Unit, which definitely doesn't get enough love ever to seal the big win here this past week. Trophy number 3 of the day goes to, it's going to be Lafayette quarterback Tyler Higginbotham, who was absolutely slinging it out there on Friday. Big win against Dixie County, 38-12. Something we told you on the Overreaction Monday where we got it wrong, and that was Lafayette. And Higginbotham proved me wrong in a big way. So, trophy to you, my man, for putting up 5 touchdowns in a huge start. Hornet Country got it going on right now, 1-0, with an opportunity to beat area rival coming up this coming weekend, which we'll get into in the schedule show a little later on. So, 3 trophies in the book. How about trophy number 4? This one goes to Ryan Hamilton, part of that big Taylor County Fort White victory this past week. Of course, 20-14 your final. The big power Fort White, who went 9-1. They were getting some love in that Central Florida area and kind of the small ball here as we get into that 2, 3A and below is what we'll call small ball here. But Taylor County stepping up in a big way. Hamilton, who's now, I believe, in his 3rd year starting for Taylor County in the new Braswell regime with 2 touchdown tosses, including the big one to get him over the hump. So trophy to you, Mr. Hamilton. Next trophy on the deck here goes to, and that's the whole team of Gadsden County. They went up north into Georgia, into Tift County, going head to head with one of those South Georgia squads, and they absolutely dominated homecoming. Something that's very impressive with Gadsden. They shut it down 45-7. So, even within that, they let off the gas in the second half. It was 39-0 at the halftime break. Of course, they got the running clock going there in the second half. But Davis, Doherty, whoever you want to talk about, of course, battles, the running game, the read option, the versatility. Gadsden is rolling right now. They may be the most dangerous team that not enough people are talking about here in North Florida. And so for that, Gadsden County destroying homecoming from a South Florida squad and putting up 39-0 scoreline in the first half. You did it on all areas of the field in all phases. So trophy to you, Gadsden County, a big team win. This one goes to Maclay, of course. A lot going on here with Maclay, but I guess maybe a adversity trophy going through, or a travel trophy, if you will, here for Maclay, going all the way across the pond to Ireland. Had an awesome opportunity to go against Wyndham, and they absolutely dominated the game. So the final score line, 35-23, not really indicative of what the game was 35-7 late in that contest. So we talked about them as, hey, what we got right yesterday. Maclay absolutely rolling. Trophy for you all. Nash Bashirs, George Grant, and of course the weapons over at Maclay. Going to be really fun to watch. Can they come back to the States and keep it rolling? Hopefully so, right, for Big Ben squads. But if nothing else, Maclay, a trophy for you. So that's basically our shout-outs, some of our top performers that we had in the area here this week. Just wanted to show some love for our Big Ben teams and keep it rolling. Looking for some stars all over the place. Of course, if you've got more stars, feel free to bang it into us here. Comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like all the stuff that you need to do to get it going forward. Because, wait, before we go, trophy, another one. This one goes to Arnold football team. Don't want to forget them before we leave. Of course, a big victory against Bay. Hearing a lot about Bay, and Arnold coming off a winless season was able to get the upset, I think, to most. Was an upset here, 8-7 with a late defensive stand. Coming back, trailing 7-2. The defense got it going with the safety. They held on late. Gave them an opportunity, some big turnovers and some interceptions throughout the contest. Arnold doing enough to get their first win since 2022. So pop the sparkling cider, have a day. Arnold Marlins, excuse me. I almost said Arlen Marlins, which would be an awesome team for a city in Ireland. But the Arnold Marlins, first time since 2022. So this trophy for you out in Panama City. So that's going to be our wrap-up here. Had to give the shout-out to another one of the teams here in North Florida doing big things. Look for some more. Feel free to submit some trophy nominations if you have any, or if we missed any. As always, of course, tell us where we're wrong. You know, we've got a bunch of terrible takes and a bunch of terrible ideas, and that's what social media is all about, right? Is when you get on here, you're just trying to trash other people. Am I right? Hopefully not, but feel free. We love it. We love the banter. We love the excitement, but we're looking to build up our area teams. Have some fun with it here. So a little trophy presentation Tuesday for you. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll see you soon.